Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for visiting me today. Today should actually be a very easy video. I thought since we are heading into the fall season that I would start off with visiting what my 7 top picks for drugstore fall palettes are. So if this sounds like something that would be up your alley, then grab a cup of coffee or tea or a smoothie, hit that subscription button and notification bell. That way you know when I upload to my channel, and we can get right down to it. So, not in any order. I didn't want to put it in any specific order. I figured I'd let you do that. But one of my favorite top 7 palettes is this e.l.f. Rose Gold / Sunset palette. I love this palette. It does remind me of the changing of the leaves, how they turn into that gold color, and then some of them, the maples, have those reddish tones, and I just think this is a great palette. You have some great transition colors here. This is a transition shade. This is a transition shade. And then you have 2 darker shades over here that are just matte shades. And then you have some shimmer shades in here, and you have your basic cream colored shade here. So I find it reaches all the elements for me in regards to my mattes and my shimmers. It's got a great variety of in regards to light to dark. I just think it's a great little palette, and it's not expensive. I will try and, if not link everything in my comment section, but I will put where I found each, and where it can be found, each palette. So that is one of my top 7 favorites. Quite recently, e.l.f. also came out with these little palettes, and that's why I said they couldn't be put in any number 1 favorite. I just couldn't do it. I have such a hard time. I'm like thinking about it, and I thought about it all day yesterday, and I was like, well, which one would I say I liked better? Well, I can't figure that out because this is so cute too. And they're e.l.f. too. So this is e.l.f.'s pumpkin pie, and it just pumpkin pie. That's just so awesome. And it really is such a good little palette. And the price is awesome. It's just $3. And it reminds me of like pumpkin pie. This kind of reminds me, you know, of the darkness that the crust gets. And then when you break into it, this kind of reminds me of the inside of the pie. And then this color kind of reminds me of the top of the pie when it first comes out. Anyway, this is a great little palette. These are only like $3. I mean, they are so much fun. They have a latte one too. It's just, and they are pigmented. There's not much fallout. It's just, these are great little palettes. And then the fact that they had one, I mean, look at the color in that. That is fantastic. What a shimmer shade. Putting that on your lid on top of one of those. And then you even have, I ran out of fingers. Then this one here too. They're great. Look at those colors in there. Hopefully you can catch that. But this is just an awesome little palette to throw in your purse and take and go. I just love it. So this is only $3. I believe they're still in Walmart right now. So if not, I know that you can still find them in Ulta I think you can order them off of Walmart's website. And I'm pretty sure you can still get them off of actual e.l.f.'s website. So go out and get them. These are so cute. That's why I couldn't say which ones are my favorites. They're in my top 7. Okay, next, I did a video on these much earlier in the year. I'm not sure when it was, but I did do a video with these, and I think that these are the greatest small palettes. They are pigmented and they throw such a punch, especially when you add a little bit of either setting spray, Fix It Plus, Max Fix It Plus. That makes the color pop that much more. These are great little fun palettes. They're drugstore, they're price friendly. I'm talking about the Revlon Color Stay palettes. I have this one. I have a bunch of them, but this one is in Rebel Maverick, and the colors in this one are just beautiful. They reminded me of the fall. I love the colors. Kind of reminds me of pumpkin-y and just, again, the autumn leaves. I live in New England, and usually, I hope that we'll get a beautiful variety of leaves this year. I don't know. It's different each year. But I love taking some photos. But these are just packed full of a punch. You get 3 shimmer shades and really 4 or 5 good workable shades that are not as shimmery in there, that can be used as transition shades. This is a great palette. I love these. They're fantastic, and they're budget friendly. If anybody has not tried these and have always wondered about them, give it a try. Fantastic. Another one for my matte friendly girls that just like matte colors. I love just doing a whole eyeshadow look in just matte. This would be right up your alley. I happened to pick this up, and I know it's still out there. This is the Maybelline New York, the City Mini palette in High Rise and Sunset. And I love this palette. I particularly love the yellowish golds in here, right here. This is a matte palette. There's no shimmer in these, so I don't really have anywhere to put this. But look at that yellow. That's one of the yellows in here. That's that yellow there. And it's just, that would be really pretty up in your crease and then blend it out. It's beautiful. So this is one of my favorite palettes to use, and I do like it because it does do a matte look very, very beautifully. So this I know is still in Walmart. I think it can be found in Ulta, and I'm pretty sure it can be found in on Amazon as well. It's budget friendly. It's not too expensive, but if you're looking for something fun with a couple of pops of color in here, this is it. This is it. Very pretty. Very nice. So this is a lovely color too. This reminds me of a red tree there. Pardon my boo-boo. I got my hand caught in a door. Lovely. I am a klutz. I like to drop things. I like to get my hands caught in doors. I get my fingers caught in doors. Yeah, all the time. Hey, I'm a blonde. So yeah, that's that red color there. What a pretty color. So, yep, Maybelline. This is the High Rise Sunset palette. Go out and get it. Next I have, this is an awesome palette. again, lots of pops of color. You have some shimmer shades in here, some dark, light. They're just some fun colors in here. Pinks, purples, golds. It's all over. This is the NYX Phoenix palette. Fun to work with. Nice yellow colors here. Just a bunch of different colors for you to try in and match up. You can't beat it. So this is a fun palette. I like these NYX palettes. They're easy to blend, easy to work with. I have a bunch of these. I've used it only once. I'll have to break it out and do a look in it though, because I don't remember how I did it, but it came out really pretty. So maybe that'll be a look that I'll do. So now what I'm wearing on my eyes right now, I kind of wanted to match to my shirt, and I had just picked this up at Walmart. I think it was a new one. Is this Wet n Wild palette in Comfort Zone. I don't know if it's a new one, but it is new to me. I saw it and I said, oh, you know, Wet n Wild always has these great orangish, burnt browns. Oh, I can't open it. Burnt brown colors and green colors. I'm going to smack myself in the face with that. They always have those colors, these dark colors at the end. They just know how to put together a palette. But I picked it up and I put on my green shirt today and I was like, oh, they've got that green in there. Let me try that. So I popped it right on the center of my eyelid there. And that's what you have going on there. And I just put it on with my finger. I didn't even put it on with a brush. But that's what came out. This is that whole look right there. Very pretty. But I picked a couple of theirs out that they have a bunch of those burnt oranges and brown tones. This one is not a basic peach, and it's got those pumpkin-y tones in it. Rosé in the air. Again, it's got those red colors, pumpkinish colors. And this, if you're looking for a little bit more neutral in it, is a Nude Awakening. But again, it's got those brown tones. And when I think of fall, when the colors kind of start to fade away, you kind of think of those muted browns and muted colors, and that's what that reminded me of. So Wet n Wild, they're always good for a good fall to winter color. So, and last but not least, we are down to my final pick, and this actually just came out in the store, and I actually was on, it came out, a small version came out in Walmart, and then when I was browsing through the Ulta site, I saw that they actually had a large version, and I was like, well, why would I get the small version? Let me grab the large version. So I grabbed the large version. I waited for that to come in, and I did do a look on it the other day, and I loved it. So I might have to do another one because it is a perfect fall color palette. And I'm talking about the NYX or NYX Ultimate Utopia palette. And it is just beautiful. Like I said, if you're not into all the colors, they do have a small palette this size in Walmart in this. But what a great palette for the fall. Like I said, this kind of reminds me of when we start to head into those winter colors, when the sky starts to turn into those purplish grays. These are great for that. That's just awesome. Some cool toned colors in there for that. And then in here, this all reminded me of what we're gonna start anticipating getting into the fall colors and what we might actually be in right now. These greens right now, some of us are still in that. but we'll be moving into these autumn colors soon. So this was a great palette for that. It's got a great variety of mattes in there. This is going to be used probably every year for me because our colors don't change, you know, they're the same. They'll stay the same. So, but I just thought this was beautiful. And I'll use this throughout the whole, you know, fall. So fall into winter, perfect. Fall into winter. I thought that it was very pretty. I'll definitely have to break out some colors into this. So that's about it. Those are my selections for my top favorite palettes. If there's any that you think of that I didn't mention or I'd love to know about, please mention them in my comments section. I'd love to know. I am going to probably do another, like maybe a part 2 to this, and maybe do a not so drugstore, maybe a more of a high-end fall palette selection. I don't know how many there'll be in that, but I think that might be my next video. Thanks for joining my channel today, or popping in, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel if you aren't already subscribed, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you know each and every time that I upload a video. And please remember to stay healthy and be safe, and of course be happy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.